Bobby Shmurda probably has one of the most interesting careers in hip-hop history for the sole reason that he's been able to keep his name relevant for the past 7 years or so without actually having to drop music. Unfortunately, him and his best friend Rowdy Rebel had to go to jail, and they weren't able to release any music in the meantime, but they got out, and now apparently Bobby Shmurda is set to drop in the month of April towards the end, and there's a lot of different collaborators. But guys, leave it down in the comment section. What type of music do you want to hear from Bobby Shmurda, and do you think his new music will be able to live to the hype? So Lou, I want to ask you that same question. How do you feel about Bobby dropping new music?
I'm super excited, man, because he's taken his time to come out with this new music. I mean, he's been out of jail for 3 months, and that First Day Out song still isn't here. And that's a good thing. That means that he's being calculated about it, and he knows that he has to drop heat when he does come out with his first song in 7 years. And like you were saying, man, it's pretty crazy to think that he's stayed relevant for nearly a decade.
Nuts.
Without dropping a single song and only having 5 songs in his catalog. And he recently did a podcast where he announced the potential collaborators on the next album.
Yes, sir.
And we have the likes of Lil Uzi Vert, we have Quavo, we have the Baby, we have Lil Baby, and we have Jay, which could be Jay-Z. I don't know. And apart from that, we also have 42 Dugg and a couple other names. But the feature list sounds stacked. And do you feel like this album is due? Like, are you really waiting for it, or can you wait, let's say, another year to drop it?
No. I think he definitely has to drop, but I don't think he's gonna drop an album. I think it's probably gonna be a single or a multiple pack EP.
For April, you're saying?
For April, I think more towards the end of the year we might hear a first studio album, which he does Epic Records. So that'll be cool to hear. Not only that, but I'm interested to hear in the production styles, because what I want to hear from him is maybe more New York drill, and he has mentioned that he's gonna probably come back and be the king of New York in one of his snippets that he's mentioned. Not only that, but if you look back at 2014 when he did drop Shmurda She Wrote, there was a lot of pre-elements of New York drill in that EP. The aggressive tone and delivery, the high hitting 808s, and the different drum patterns. It all made sense to where it is now. And not only that, but a lot of different New York drill artists do thank Bobby Shmurda for the inspiration. So I am down for it. Now, if I'm talking New York drill producers, of course 808 Mellow and Axel Beats have to be on this. And if I'm talking anything outside, well, we did hear that Mike-Will Made It will probably end up making an appearance on the project or future songs.
He was spotted working in the studio with Mike-Will Made It and Zaytoven, so I think he's going to keep some of that trap flavor and also hop onto the New York drill scene. And it's amazing because, like you said, he kind of built the groundwork for the New York drill scene along with the inspiration that they took from the UK scene too. But I think that he can kind of, come in and completely take it over. Because, there's no one really at the helm of it right now in New York. So I feel like that spot is vacant for Bobby to come and grab. And he's also performing at Rolling Loud this year. He's going to make a special guest performance. I don't know how it's going to work because he does have an 8 p.m. curfew. So that's part of, kind of his whole probation thing. But maybe they'll make an exception for him to perform.
I hope they do, because that would be a legendary performance. Imagine Bobby being, in jail for 7 years, and then the first thing he does is come as a special guest appearance for Rolling Loud in 2021 during coronavirus. So think about how intense that show is going to be. And another great thing about this whole narrative is that he might actually be on Culture 3. So we know how tight him and Quavo are, and I think it's probably a guarantee at this point, just because of, we've seen them working together, and apparently so from people in the camp, there is going to be certain things that will be released together. So I hope we do end up seeing him there. And if we do end up seeing him there, how do you feel about that collaboration as a whole?
It's going to be fire, man. They had one song together, the Migos song, I think it was called. And I don't know if it was ever officially released, but, they had great chemistry together. I'm down for that. And I just hope that, in either one of the music videos or maybe at his performance Rolling Loud, that the hat makes a comeback.
Man.
That legendary snapback that just disappeared into thin air. It needs to come back. It needs to reappear for Bobby's, comeback to be complete.
Thank you guys for watching the whole video. Hit that subscribe button to join the family. We're doing weekly reviews. We're giving you guys all the updates in the industry. Plus, we have our series called What to Expect, where we actually take you through the album before it drops. Plus, if you guys want to chat with us, you guys could join our Discord server. The link is in the bio. You guys could talk hip hop with us there. Thank you guys for watching again. And guys, I'll see you on the next one.